I've been watching the NYC Ferry from our apartment window down on the East River for the whole time that we've lived here. And I've always thought, well, that seems kind of interesting. I'd like to try that sometime. Recently, I've been thinking more about it and looking into it more, and it really makes a lot of sense. And now I'm excited about it. So today, we're gonna hop on the ferry. Part of the adventure will be the ferry itself, but then we'll take the ferry up to what's called Ferry Point Park, go under a couple of bridges. It'll be great. So now I'm over by the East River. This is Schurz Park, runs right along the East River. I'm sitting next to Gracie Mansion, which is where the mayor of New York lives. And here's the river. One of the great things about the NYC Ferry for us is there's a stop right on the Upper East Side, just down the street. So convenient. Now let's see how easy it is. There was a boat on the dock, so I hurried over here, but it's not my boat. This one's going down south to Wall Street. I'm gonna go up to Throg's Neck. I can't imagine there are gonna be that many people on the boat that I'm on, because I don't know who else would be going up north to just the park at this point in the day. But we'll see. I'm excited. Schurz Park goes further back that way, along the East River, a ways down, across from Roosevelt Island, like we saw before. It's a nice little park. We're gonna head up north that way though, under the Triborough and then under the Hell Gate, and then up near the Whitestone and the Throg's Neck bridges. I like boats. It should be fun. Go. It's faster than I expected. It is cold and windy. It's like 32 degrees right now. The wind died down for just a minute. It's kind of brutal there for a little bit. So I thought I was going to be able to talk to you about stuff up here, but it's pretty loud and windy. So Rikers Island is right over there. That's the big prison. Just behind that is LaGuardia. And then back in the background, we've got the skyline. Well, that was fun. Very cold though, very windy. Now I'm in the Bronx apparently. This is called Ferry Point Park. Pretty sure that's the Whitestone Bridge. Throg's Neck is on the other side of it. I guess I'll just wander around there for a little while. Got like an hour and 15 minutes before another ferry's here to go back. So let's see what the park's got to offer. This is a nice little park along the shore. There's a little bit of trash here, but it's not too bad. That's interesting. Smoldering telephone pole. I mean, it is cold. So we got the incredible skyline back there. One of the funny things about the skyline is when you're down in it, you don't see quite as much variation in the building sizes, even though you know some of them are a lot taller than the other ones. But as you back away from it, you start to really see which buildings are really tall. And there are buildings that I don't get to see very often. One World Trade, Empire State Building, Chrysler Building. I actually can't see them from my apartment because of all the new buildings they built in front of them. So it's neat to back away and see the skyline every now and then. I just looked at the map. This is a pretty big park, actually. This guy doing some fishing. So now I'm under the White Stone Bridge. I'm not sure that I'm actually on the trail anymore. There's the guy fishing over there, and then another guy just kind of watching me. See how this plays out. Kind of walking along near the underbridge industrial area, you know, like they have underbridges sometimes with all the trucks and temporary offices and stuff. I think I'm going to cut back that way and try to go back into the woods, find a path that I just saw. The map said the trail went that way, but it just kind of stopped. That's interesting. Another one of those adventures that I had absolutely no idea what to expect. And this park is not disappointing in terms of adventure. I don't think I've seen one lamppost in this park that actually has the light on top. That was exciting. I had a rock stuck in my shoe. Really nice little spot. Definitely not exciting, but really pleasant. Amazing view, very peaceful. This is called a living memorial to the September 11th attack. That's nice. Big rock. I mean, I really can't complain about this view. It's pretty incredible. You can put your leaves here. It looks like I am just about to cross back onto the beaten path, back where the streetlights have lamps. I was off the beaten path over there. This trail looks pretty nice though. I wandered off the trail down to the shore. On the way in on the ferry, we passed by a shipwreck out there, like right out that way. And I've been looking on the internet to try to find anything about it, and I can't really. It may just be a ferry or something from a long time ago. That's the best I've come up with. But it's interesting. I gotta stop talking about the skyline. It's a beautiful skyline. And you got the constant stream of planes taking off from LaGuardia. Look at that artifact. It's like an iron rod of some sort. And then some typical river trash. Plastics. It's a pair of North Face boots here. They're pretty nice boots. There's got to be a story there. It might be time to get off the beach and figure out how to get off the beach. So it seems like the rest of this park is just kind of soccer fields and this hike and bike trail that goes around the outside of it. So I was just thinking about my plan and I looked up the ferry schedule and it turns out there's one that shows up in about 4 minutes. So I think I'm going to bail on this park. I think I've seen everything that's worth seeing right now. And I'll take the ferry back and maybe we'll have a look around Schurz Park. How's that sound? I can see the ferry pulling up to the stop right before this one, so I'll head back to our dock. Different boat, different layout. So I was just about to say no one else is crazy enough to sit outside. But then someone else came outside. So someone is as crazy as me. so cold. So there's the Hellgate Bridge, which is a train bridge, and Randall's Island is right underneath that. Just on the other side, we've got the Upper East Side, Manhattan. And on the other side of the Hellgate, we got Astoria, Queens. Triborough Bridge was another New Deal project. I think they call it the Robert F. Kennedy Bridge now. It's a good looking bridge. Well, I'm back. Oh my gosh, it was so cold up there. So the ferry lands right at about 90th Street at the top of Carl Schurz Park. So let's go walk through Carl Schurz Park before we call it a day. Why not? So Carl Schurz Park, which I think I said before in my Roosevelt Island video, it's actually elevated. It's above the highway that runs along the east side, which I think is the FDR. Roosevelt Island is right out there. You see the lighthouse over there somewhere, tying it all together. Like I said before, Gracie Mansion's right back there. That's where the mayor lives. It's a historic mansion that they decided to repurpose as the mayor's house. It's nice. I mean, I don't actually know. I've never been in it, but I'm sure it's nice. So there's this path that runs all along the East River here on this side of the park. The rest of the park's back in there. It's not too big, but there's some nice little spots. That's a big pigeon. Looking down the East River, you can see the Queensboro Bridge, the Ed Koch Bridge. It's at 59th Street. Pretty good playground. Kids love it. Lots of pickleball happens here when it's in season. And there's a restroom. There's a better view of Gracie Mansion. An unexpected arch. Nice. Another restroom. I don't even know about this one. Helpful. Well, that was a fun little trip. It was cold though. It's not so bad here on land, but out on the ferry. Time to head back and eat some lunch. See you next time.